Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Woo, it's bright outside. I have this curtain drawn because it's so bright and hot outside. So I'm coming on to do the Friday video teaching here on my channel. So if you're watching the replay or recording of this video, definitely let me know that you caught this in the comments below. Feel free to share your thoughts, questions, insights, anything you want to share with me in the comments below here on YouTube. I always love hearing from all of you. And if you feel like anyone you know would benefit from watching this video today, definitely be sure to share this video with them. So recently, I think it was maybe a week or so ago, I did the yearly energy reading for 2020. So I basically described to you, the three prominent themes that are going to show up again in 2020 all year long. And I gave a breakdown of what to expect from each month. So it's a really long video. It's an hour and a half. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, or you can just watch the parts that you need when you need them. I think the yearly overview takes about 30 minutes, and then the rest of it month by month takes like an hour. But I did that on my channel to give you a heads up on what to expect of the energy of this year. By the way, happy 2020. I forgot to say that. So happy New Year to all of you who are catching this. If you're watching this way out in the future, years or whenever down the road, it's okay. This is still relevant to you and what you're needing at this time. There's a reason why you were guided to this video. So just keep on watching if you feel pulled to watch, because I'm sure that there are going to be some messages for you in this video today, even though maybe it's not the year 2020 when you're actually watching this. Okay. So basically, with the energy reading that I gave, my guides wanted me to come in here today and speak on the importance of standing in your power in 2020, because one of the themes that is going to show up in 2020 is standing in your power. The other two themes are knowing thyself, so knowing yourself on a deeper level, and the other one is like self-trust and intuition. So really like trusting yourself and trusting in your inner guidance, your intuition, right? Those are the three themes in 2020. So today, I'm going to speak on the importance of standing in your power in 2020 and why they want me to bring forward this message to all of you today. And by the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Stef. I'm a psychic business empowerment coach. I help people to manifest whatever they want in their personal lives as well as their businesses. I do this through teaching people how to understand what they are unconsciously holding on to that is keeping them out of alignment with their desires. Every Friday, I come on here onto my YouTube channel to do a teaching that I'm guided to do. And so today, this is the teaching, okay? So 2020 is going to be a year that allows for us to really bring to our awareness where we are holding back from stepping into our higher selves, into our true power, into our true essence. Now, 2019 held a lot of challenges. I feel like everyone, whether they identify with New Age spiritual teachings or not, everyone experienced a lot of healing and releasing and major shifts in their lives in 2019. Okay. Now, 2020 is also going to have lots of things come up as well. It might not feel as intense as it was in 2019, but it's still going to have a lot of things come up, and you're going to understand that if you listen to my energy reading for the year on my channel. But what these situations that are going to come up for us in 2020 are really there to do is to really help us to step into our power into greater and greater levels, to really own more of who we truly are, to really believe in ourselves in a greater level, to really stretch ourselves and do more than we ever thought was possible, and so on and so forth. So the things that are going to show up in 2020 are for this very reason, to help us to go beyond what we thought was ever possible for us, okay? To do the unimaginable, the unachievable, or whatever, okay? So this year is going to bring certain challenges or certain situations or opportunities of growth that are going to ask us to step into our power around them, okay? Now, in order to avoid the mistakes that we made in 2019 or the pitfalls that we had in 2019, we have to stand in our power this year on a much greater level to not keep going down those paths, to not keep falling flat on our faces, okay? To handle whatever shows up our way with so much more grace and ease, okay? Now, a lot of times when people think about standing in their power, they're thinking about empowering themselves in different areas of their life. So maybe it's about, if you want to manifest your dream relationship, maybe you're deciding to stand in your power and saying, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time anymore with people who are not going to value me or not going to respect me or not going to treat me right. And I'm not going to put up with that. And so a suitor will come along the way and start displaying certain behaviors or things that this person doesn't want to connect with anymore. And all of a sudden they're like, nope, I don't want that. I don't need that. And maybe they come at it from an attitude or an energy of like, that person is not going to waste my time, like this kind of attitude, or, I'm not going to be taken advantage of, and I'm not going to be mistreated anymore, and da da da. And it's all like this defensiveness, this angriness, this like hostility kind of thing. And there's nothing like, truly wrong with taking that approach because everything serves a purpose. But it's not the approach that's for your highest good. It's not the highest vibrational approach that you could take when it comes to standing in your power and manifesting the dream relationship that you want, and really deciding what you're available and not available for. So in that case, stepping into your power is not just, telling someone off and telling them, why are they coming to you with these stories and they're lying to you, and, you don't deserve to be treated this way, and da da da. It's not necessarily a way to step into your power in the highest form. By all means, maybe it's a step that you feel a call to take. Maybe you've done this in the past, don't feel bad about it. But when it comes to stepping into your power in terms of this example that I'm giving you, it's really about you knowing so deeply and profoundly inside of you the kind of relationship that you're worthy of, the kind of, treatment that you truly desire and are worthy of, that you deeply know inside of yourself that right person is coming along, and you're going to wait patiently, and you're going to lovingly remove suitors that are not, in alignment with what you desire, and just let them go, and to not fall into desperation, to not fall into doubt, to not fall into worry, to not fall into, feeling sorry for yourself that you can't find someone, like just really being strong within inside of yourself when it comes to, your desire to manifest this relationship in 2020. That's what it really means to step into your power, is this inner strength about you. Okay. And you can apply this to anything else in life, money, career, business, whatever it is. It's about you feeling that from within inside of yourself, instead of having to outwardly go out there and say, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to create that, and I'm going to shift this, and I'm going to do, and doing it in such like a negative, maybe forceful, hostile, aggressive energy. When you're really in your power, you don't have to push, you don't have to like force, you don't have to make it. You don't come at it with this kind of energy. There's nothing wrong with taking, action steps forward and feeling excited and saying like, oh, I'm going to do this and that. But it's really about the energy that you're coming at it from. And so if you're coming at it from this energy of, desperation, I have to, I'm sick of maybe like failing in business. I'm sick of failing in business, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make it happen in 2020, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Like if that's the energy that you're approaching it with, then you're truly not in your power, because you're using that, the past difficulties in your business or financial situation or whatever, and the scarcity to push you to take action on these things, instead of feeling strong inside of yourself and feeling like, oh my God, you know what? I know I'm so much more deeply connected to who I truly am. I know I'm really supported. I know that I have learned so much from 2019. I'm going to use this to my advantage in 2020 to really turn things around. And I got this, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to take action in a way that feels good to me. And I know that I'm going to have success from the things that I do. And I'm going to do this moving forward. And I'm super excited to get started with this and to do these things, right? And taking action from that space. You're still going out there making it happen, but the two energies are completely different. Does that make sense to you? Let me know in the comments below if this is making sense to you, if you're noticing the difference, because it really is about the energy that you hold within inside of yourself, okay? The actions aren't necessarily like inherently wrong. It's just like, what is the energy behind it? Hey, Carla, how are you? Happy New Year. Thank you for joining me. So, standing in your power in 2020 is not necessarily about, speaking up and setting boundaries and putting people in their place and, doing all of these outward things. That is part of the process by all means. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. So please don't get me wrong and think that, as situations this year show up for you and you might need to like speak up and set boundaries or speak up and, do something or something like that you shouldn't do it. No, by all means, go ahead and do that if you feel called to, but that's not the only way to stand in your power, okay? The other ways that are truly important for you to stand in your power this year in order to have the most successful 2020 and beyond is, by you really embodying the energy of who you truly are. When you embody more of this energy of who you are on this spiritual level or that vision that you have of your next level self, if the spiritual stuff doesn't resonate with you, when you embody more of the energy of who you truly are, you are standing in your power because you're standing in the strength and the confidence and the knowing and the worthiness of that version of yourself. And you're showing up in life from this space. That is you stepping into your power. So stepping into your power in 2020 and beyond is really about you being deeply connected to your worth, really knowing that on such a profound level and feeling like, yes, I'm so worthy of all the good things in my life. I'm so worthy of financial abundance. I'm so worthy of having amazing clients. I'm so worthy of traveling and so on and so forth. Being so deeply connected to that inherent worthiness inside of you that you embody that just feels so good to you, natural, and you really own it. Okay. Standing in your power is about believing in yourself. Really, really believing in yourself that you can succeed, that you can create the life that you want, that you can have all that you desire, you can, manifest your dreams and so on and so forth, that vision board stuff that you have, right? It's really about having that deep belief that, no, I got this. I got this. I know this is possible. I know I have the capacity to do this. I know I'm being supported and this is going to happen. Having that deep belief, right? Being solid in that. And it's especially important because when it comes to manifesting, like you're not going to see the manifestation right away. You're just going to see your regular reality or things maybe not showing up right away. But in spite of that, you still have to deeply believe like, but I know it's coming. I know it's showing up. I know it's on the way. When you're solid in that, then you're able to manifest. Then you're able to move forward. These are things that I teach in my manifesting programs when I teach them. Okay. Another thing with stepping into your power is, when you have a higher level of trust with yourself and with whatever you feel supported by in the world, right? Universe, God, source, whoever you feel supported by. When you have that deep level of trust in yourself, like you trust in your capacity to handle things. You trust in your capacity to be able to create things, to do things, achieve things. You trust that you're being supported. You're really in your power because then there is no more doubt. There is no more doubt when things aren't showing up right away or when you have setbacks or challenges showing up for you. You're not wavering. You're not saying, oh my God, no, what's going to happen? Is this a sign that I'm not supposed to do this? And You're not going into this rabbit hole of negativity or doubt or fear, worry. You're strong in who you are and you keep it moving. You keep moving forward, doing what you got to do, right? That's standing in your power. Standing in your power is also about being deeply connected to your truth and your beliefs, right? Whatever your truth is, whatever your beliefs are about, you, the universe, the world, what's possible for you. When you're really solid in those beliefs of your inherent worthiness, of the energy supporting you or the higher power that's supporting you, of your success, of your destiny, when you're really solid in that, you're standing in your power, okay? Standing in your power is also about deeply knowing who you are. So this is about knowing yourself on such a deep level that you're truly connected to your true divinity, to the truth of who you are. So when you're connected to who you truly are, how can I give you an example? Like there have been many times in my career where I've had certain challenges and setbacks. But what would get me to get back up and to keep moving forward is the fact that I know God loves me, the universe loves me. I'm so supported. And I know I'm going to get past this. I know the solution is going to come. I know that I'm destined to do these things. And I know who I am, who I came here to be. And I know I'm going to succeed. And I know I have this, like just knowing yourself on such a deep level that you're not fazed by whatever can show up, okay? That you're not fazed by, your ability to be able to reach the goals that you desire. you know so strongly, so powerfully who you are on such a deep level that you move forward towards your future, towards, the things that you desire with so much more confidence, with so much more of a knowing, right? Just this deeper certainty that is standing in your power because you know who you are, okay? Two other things that they wanted me to mention around knowing who you are is about not allowing things to sway you. So as challenges show up, as circumstances show up, or situations, or as opportunities of growth show up in 2020, because that's part of what's going to show up in 2020. You're going to be stretched constantly. So new things are going to keep coming up for you to help you go further than you have before, or to move you in the direction that you need to go in. And so when you get presented with these situations that maybe scare you, because it's scary sometimes to step into the unknown or to step into new levels, greater levels, when you don't allow those things to sway you for long, when you don't allow them to send you into this rabbit hole of fear or worry or uncertainty or doubt, when it's normal to have a little bit of that discomfort or that fear. It's okay. It's human, right? You're stepping into new levels, or you're addressing situations you've never addressed before. So that's normal. But when you are really in your power, you don't allow them to sway you for very long. You do what you have to do to shift that energy, to shift that fear, to shift whatever it is that you need to shift to handle that stuff like a boss and to keep it moving. So that's what it means to really stand in your power, okay? And the last thing that they wanted me to mention around standing in your power is that when you taking personal responsibility over your life, that is really you standing in your power. That is you saying, you know what? I know I create my life. I know I can create the life that I desire. I know that if things in my life are not the way that I want them to be, it is up to me to shift that. It is up to me to do something about that. I assume responsibility over that. I'm not going to sit there and blame this person or this person for why this is the way it is, or I'm not going to blame the universe or my guides or whoever it is. I got this. I know it's up to me to change it, and I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do what I have to do. And when you really do that, you really are standing in your power, because you're no longer giving that responsibility to something outside of you and expect it to magically fix it for you, right? You're saying, no, I got this. I'm going to shift. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do my part, and we're going to create this in my life because I'm going to do my part. I'm going to show up for myself, right? So that is standing in your power, okay? So standing in your power is super important in 2020 for all of the reasons that I mentioned earlier, but it's also super important because, we are entering a new decade. It's 2020 now. And so how you choose to step into your power this year is going to set the tone or set the stage for the next decade and beyond. So as you decide to step into your power in greater and greater levels, as you choose to do the inner shifting you got to do to step into your power in greater levels, you're going to become a badass, basically. You're going to be so strong inside of yourself, and you're going to allow yourself to really be able to move forward into this next decade and beyond with a higher level of confidence in yourself, a higher level of confidence that life is supporting you, or trust that life is supporting you, higher level of belief. And these are all things that are super important to manifest what we desire, to create the impact that we desire, to step into our purposes, to, have greater levels of abundance. Like, all of these things are super important, but they all come with stepping into your personal power, right? So the way that I could kind of illustrate it for all of you is like, if we have at the top, standing in your personal power, and from all of that, you have, believing in yourself more, trusting in yourself more, knowing yourself, being connected to your divine truth, not allowing things to sway you, taking personal responsibility, et cetera, et cetera. Like, all of these different things form part of you standing in your power. And so it's really important for you to be strong in your personal power to really make the most of this next decade and beyond, to really start understanding that you've always had the power inside of yourself to create whatever it is that you desire, and that it's always just been you, right? So all of these challenges and opportunities, or opportunities of growth that are going to show up in 2020, are basically just opportunities for expansion, for you to handle those things from a more empowered place, for you to be able to recognize where you're not in your power. Because again, the more that you become solid in your personal power, the bolder, the braver, the stronger that you become inside of yourself. And this is not like an outward strength. This is an inner strength that they're talking about, where inside of yourself, I can handle anything. I can do anything. I can be anything. I got this, right? And so this is why it's really important for you to step into your personal power, because you need that kind of knowing and that kind of belief system in order to do the impossible, in order to do absolutely amazing things. You need to have that inside of yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't think that you can really do everything you set your mind to, you don't really believe you can achieve everything that you want, etc., then you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it because you need to have a deep level of belief in yourself, trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and so on and so forth, right? So some of the reasons why people are not in their power, they're not solid in their power, is because of past traumas that they've had in life, past failures that they've experienced, limiting beliefs that they have that have them feel powerless, and experiences that they've had throughout their lives that maybe aren't necessarily traumatic, but experiences that have caused them to strengthen the belief that they are not as powerful as they would like to be, or that they really are. And so it's all of these different things that influence a person in believing, I can't do that, I'm not really capable of that, or that they still, they want to believe that they're so powerful, but deep down inside, there's still that doubt. There's still like that, yeah, I want to do this. I really want to, create this. And I know it's possible for me, but then there's that little tiny voice of doubt coming through. And it all has to do with past traumas, beliefs, experiences, and failures and things like that. Other reasons that people are not in their power is because they lack awareness of themselves to recognize where they're not in their power and why. And this is really interesting because recently, I think it was in my group, I posted something like, Happy New Year, everyone. What are you most grateful for that 2019 taught you, or something like that, right? And one of the people that commented underneath that post, said, oh my God, I'm so grateful that I stepped into my power on greater levels in 2019 because I hadn't realized how disempowered I had been, or something like that, right? And so a lot of times when we're on this journey of personal development, of healing, we think, because of where we're at right now compared to where we've been, that we are so in our power, that we have overcome so much, that we're so much more empowered today, and that we feel like, yeah, of course I can do that, and I can achieve that, and I can create that, and so on and so forth, because we're comparing ourselves right now to who we were in the past, which was super disempowered. So the difference feels great in comparison, and because of that greatness in comparison, we feel like, of course I can do all of these things moving forward, but we don't realize that, yes, even though we have increased our personal power over the years and we're drastically different from who we were 5, 10, 15, however many years ago, we still have things that are not truly allowing us to be in our power to do the things that we want to do moving forward. We've only stepped into our power to the level at which we've needed to achieve the things that we've achieved thus far. Because if we truly were in our power, like solidly, then all of those things that we've been working towards, all of those big dreams and stuff, they would have manifested by now. We would have achieved them by now. And if they've been something that we've been working towards for a while and we haven't done it yet, then it's because we're truly not in our power. And so how you begin to realize that is through having a greater level of self-awareness. Again, one of the themes for 2020 is knowing yourself on a much deeper level. So you have to really understand what it is that you're holding with inside of yourself that is keeping you from stepping into your power on greater and greater levels to do those things that you want to do in 2020 and beyond, and to do what you got to do around that, right? To shift that so you can step into your power and you can have the successes that you want to experience this year, okay? So self-awareness is super, super key, right? I know for me, like I'm holding, I had a holiday sale on one of my courses for Christmas, and people are clearing visibility blocks there and things like that. And what I notice is that, there are certain visibility blocks or beliefs that keep coming up as people do the work that I'm giving them, right? It's a certain kind of repeating pattern belief that keeps showing up again and again and again. And so this means, them giving themselves the opportunity to be in a situation or an environment that helps them to bring things up to their awareness, because, when they did the first exercise and they shifted some beliefs. They thought, cool, I'm done. This feels good. I'm moving forward. And then they do the next exercise and then similar beliefs still come up. And then they do the next exercise and similar beliefs still keep coming back up. Then that allows them to then have the awareness of themselves that, hold on a second. I really thought I had cleared this belief or this thing, but I'm seeing it pop up again and again and again. So maybe I need to take a closer look at that or do some deeper work around that or something, because they still keep showing up, right? This is what greater awareness allows you to do. Is a lot of times you think you're seeing your own things, but you're not fully seeing them. And so putting yourself in situations or environments that can help you raise that awareness can help you recognize where you're not fully in your power and why you're not in your power, so that you can do something about that moving forward instead of continuing to be blind to why you're not really in your power. Does that make sense? And the last thing that they wanted me to share with all of you is that, the reason people are not in their power is because they haven't done deeper healing to release the energy and the patterns that keep them in a disempowered loop, right? So it's similar to what I said earlier about, the traumas, the failures, the beliefs and experiences. You have to do deeper healing around that, okay? Especially if you have deeper emotional things, you have to do deeper healing around that. You have to truly release the energy of whatever situation really deeply programmed you into thinking that you were not worthy of what you desire. You couldn't create the things that you want or do the things that you want with your life and so on and so forth. Like, you have to release that stuff on a deeper level to really, truly get the energy outside of you, because there's many different levels to us, and we have to release these limiting beliefs, this energy, these traumas on all of the different levels of who we are in order to truly release the energy so that we can get off of this loop that we've been on. Otherwise, when you release the trauma, the thing on one level, so I know a lot of people do a certain level of healing. Maybe they'll just do mindset. Maybe they'll just do some kind of energy work. Maybe they'll do some kind of like hypnosis thing. Maybe they'll do like one kind of level of it, and it'll help them for a while. They'll see momentaneous shift, but because they haven't really cleared the energy of whatever it is on all the levels of it that they could possibly reach at that time, then what ends up happening is it's like how can I explain it? It's like you get off the wheel and you're like walking away, but then it's like your planet. That's what I was seeing. So how the planet has its like natural gravity and things like that. And it's like natural pull that allows for certain planets or certain things to be in its orbit. It's kind of like that. Like, you might momentarily break free, but then the big limiting belief or trauma or that energy, whatever it is, its gravitational pull is eventually going to suck you back in or pull you back in, and it's going to show up in your life again and again. So in order to truly break free from that, you have to do that much deeper level of healing inside of yourself to truly release that and finally start breaking free from those patterns once and for all, so that you can allow yourself to move forward, so that you can allow yourself to step into your power. And, the deeper healing is also important because, as I said, 2020 is a year to really know yourself on a much deeper level. And you cannot know yourself on a deeper level unless you do this deeper level of healing that you're being called to do at this time. That's the way to do it, is you have to go into the depths of who you are and to really uncover what you have deep down inside of you so that you can truly release those things and allow yourself to move forward. And an example I want to give you of that right now that's coming to my mind is in past videos, I shared how maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, I don't know when it was, I had to release someone from my life, and I consciously wanted to release this person. I really did want them to go. I was like, guts to go. I want to move forward with my life. But unconsciously, I had this fear of being alone. And, if this person left, then I would be alone. And so I really had to dig in and do some deeper healing around myself to understand, like, where is this fear really coming from? Because consciously, I wasn't aware of it. Consciously, I didn't think it. I didn't believe it. I had been on my own or pretty much independent, like all of my life, basically. And so I'm used to being alone. I'm comfortable with being alone, but I didn't know I had this fear around it. So I had to do that deeper level of healing to understand, where is this coming from? Why is it showing up? What do I need to do to shift it, to release it, and so on and so forth, to really let go of that fear and really release that person truly from my life on all levels, and to really allow myself to move forward, right? So this is what I'm talking about, the importance of deeper healing. Is a lot of times we think that we're conscious of the things that are inside of ourselves or whatever it is, but it requires a deeper level of going inside of yourself to really understand why you're not standing in your power in this case, what emotions or things you have to release around that on a deeper level at this time in order to allow yourself to move forward. Okay. So this is what they wanted me to share with all of you today around the importance of standing in your power in 2020. If you are interested in doing this deeper level of healing, this deeper level of self-empowerment, this deeper level of self-awareness, then I invite you to come and join me for my Remembering Who You Are program. It's a program that I was asked to hold live at this time. And so it's an 8-module course. There are, 8 lessons. Each lesson is about an hour long. And my guides are having me offer this starting January 15th, 2020. So that's when we're going to start. I'm going to do the welcome video and let everyone know what's up with the program. And this is really just a powerful, highly transformational, spiritual, and healing program that really allows you to elevate your consciousness, to really stand in your power on higher levels, and to really truly release past things that have affected you in life that you're still dragging forward until today, that are not allowing you to manifest what you want for the future. It's really a program that supports you in really recognizing how you're holding yourself back, how you're manifesting the unwanted things that you are having in your life, and what you need to do to shift those things inside of yourself so that you can get more of what you want, so that you can stand more in your power, so that you can be more deeply connected to who you truly are and really embody that energy, that consciousness, that way of being as you live your life and move forward in your day-to-day, and how you handle the challenges or the situations that show up in your life, or the opportunities of growth, with so much more ease and grace. So that is the purpose of the program, is really to set you up. And there's a reason why they're having me offer this at this time, is really because those of you that really need to do that deeper level of healing, that really need to raise your consciousness, that really need to have a strong foundation, so that you can have the best 2020 and decade moving forward. It's time for you to really up level. It's time for you to really look at yourself on a deeper level than you ever have, to really face your inner stuff. Okay. Face your inner stuff, really uncover that pain once and for all. Really to recognize how you're keeping yourself small, because this is absolutely essential. If you don't have that awareness, if you don't do any of that work around that to shift those things and to release them, then you're going to continue to carry this energy throughout the year, and you're not going to have the most successful year that you can have. Because if you don't take this time to truly empower yourself, to truly heal yourself, to truly release things that are not serving you, then you're not going to reach the level of personal power inside of yourself that you need to successfully handle all the things that are going to show up in 2020. You're going to repeat a lot of the patterns that you had from 2019 and before, which is, when growth opportunities show up, you allow yourself to be filled with doubt, to stay in doubt, to stay in fear, to stay in unworthiness. When you have challenging situations show up, you're going to continue to allow yourself to feel like the sky is falling on you, like you can't handle it, like the universe is punishing you, or you don't understand, or blah, blah, blah. You're going to continue to remain in those patterns. And that's not what we want. We want you to break free from those patterns, to really empower yourself so much so that as those things show up, you don't continue to view them from that space. You don't continue to handle them from that space. You are so strong in your power that you're like, cool, I got this. I know who the F I am. This is going to be, a piece of cake for me, or maybe not necessarily a piece of cake, but I'm going to handle this, and I'm going to get through this, and I got this, and I'm going to keep it moving. That's the kind of energy that you want to be in as the year unfolds. So if you want to be in this program, I encourage you to reach out to me. I'm going to be posting all about it in my group, Manifesting Your Impact. If you want to join us there, it's a free group. You're more than welcome to click on the description below of this video, find the link for that, request to join. I would love to have you there. I'm going to make some changes to my group soon, so it's going to be exciting. And I'm going to be posting it on my Facebook business page, on my personal page. So the links to that are in the description as well. Maybe on Instagram, I don't know. But I'm going to be sharing all about this, and there's only about 2 weeks to sign up before we get started with this program and move forward. Because like I said, the things that I teach in Remembering Who You Are super foundational. They are super empowering, and you really need a strong foundation in 2020 to really handle the rest of the decade with so much more ease and grace, to really be able to achieve those long-term goals or visions or dreams that you have for yourself. You really need to be empowered in yourself. And so that is what Remembering Who You Are does. So if that interests you, comment below or reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram and message me about it. I will be sharing it on all the social medias, payment plans, and all those different things. So thank you so much for your time. I really hope that this has helped you. If it has, please let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys in the comments below. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up or a like wherever you're watching from. It always does help me as well to continue to grow my channel, to continue to reach more people, to make a greater impact when you guys like and comment on my videos. So I really highly appreciate that. And if you want to stay in touch with me and see more of these videos, I welcome you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already, so that you can get notified of when I do these videos, and hit the bell button below so that you can get notified of when I'm doing things on this channel and you never miss out. Okay, I send you all so much love. Have an amazing weekend. I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye, Carla. Bye, everyone.